What's up, homies, and welcome back. So, finally, literally after a ridiculous amount of attempts, I was finally able to actually get an STG44 DNA bomb. I unboxed the gun yesterday night because I completely forgot that actually the new DLC guns would drop yesterday. And I actually remembered that by watching Nero Cinema's video about, you know, the new guns being released, the new DLC guns, the STG44, the Blunderbuss, and the SVO. And I was like, damn, I really want the STG44 because I played a lot of World of War. I really like that game. I have like 200 and plus hours on Steam on World of War. And I remember that there was the STG44. I remember playing with the STG44 in custom zombies maps. Well, I finally unboxed it, and actually that was a really lucky unboxing, quote unquote, you know, supply drop opening. Of like, out of 56 supply drops, we got the legendary STG44, which is the one that I'm using in this gameplay, the royalty STG44, a blunderbuss variant, not on elite, I believe it's like in a professional, 4 or 5 royalties, which I was definitely not expecting. I've never been extremely lucky when it comes to like unboxing variants or particular skins in CSGO. In fact, in CSGO, I am possibly one of the most unlucky human beings on the planet, because with the money that I actually spent, I've never gotten myself a knife or anything cool. So yeah, I kind of decided not to unbox anymore. But yesterday night I was feeling kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to upload something to YouTube. I haven't uploaded that much recently. Basically, I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks more or less, and I'm really sorry about that. But I'm also the kind of YouTuber that doesn't want to fill your sub box if there is no reason to. I will now report news, because you can go and report news on any other YouTube commentator, Call of Duty commentator on YouTube. I kind of want to do my own thing, which is talking about quote unquote philosophical shit, like what is happiness, or the importance of reputation. I don't know, I want to have a little bit more of a unique channel, but at the same time I also want to upload stuff that I'm actually, you know, satisfied with, as I am with this STG44, because dudes, I swear to God, this gun, it's one of the most annoying guns I've ever had in Advanced Warfare. And I'm not kidding, not because it's a bad gun by any means. It's actually one of the best DLC weapons that I've tried with and played with myself, at least according to my own opinion, because I didn't really like the A4 because it's, you know, the Skittle gun. It literally shoots laser bullets, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I didn't really like the OHM for the same principle. Also, if the OHM, you gotta admit that it's pretty damn OP if you know how to use it. So the STG was possibly the only DLC gun that I was actually looking forward to. Not even the M1 Irons took me this amount of time, as weird as that may sound, because the M1 Irons, you know more or less that you can only embrace, you know, close quarter combat. But, you know, this gun, man, I swear to God, I just got extremely unlucky, because I unboxed this gun yesterday night, which is approximately like 14 hours from the moment in which I actually got the DNA, and man, I literally more than 15 to 20 games I've died on a 25 plus because of either really dumb mistakes or because someone literally spawned behind me. And you guys know what I think about the new DLC maps. In fact, here I'm playing on the Parliament DLC map, part of the Supremacy DLC. And I wanted to get the DNA on one of the new maps because I feel like everyone else was gonna go for one of the, you know, the classic maps, the standard maps. And I was also playing against not that big of a noobs of the enemies. Like literally the entirety of yesterday and today I kept on entering lobbies full of yellow tags, red tags, a lot of red tags, a lot of master procedures. I had master procedures in my team, master procedures in the enemy team that rage quitted. I mean, it was not the perfect environment for me to actually go and get a DNA bomb. So that's why, especially when I start entering on a 20 plus kill streak, I actually start playing a lot slower and a quote unquote a little bit more campier, because I know more or less how the spawns work in Parliament. I don't have that much experience on the map itself, but I know more or less how the spawns work in Parliament and how the spawns system works in the new DLC maps. It's not optimized, so the spawns can be pushed fairly a good amount, and the enemies would keep on spawning in the same place, which is good and bad, because if you push the spawn too much, chances are the enemy will actually spawn behind you, like, you know, Call of Duty Ghost revenge spawns. And I'm not kidding, that actually happened to me more than a couple of times, because I wanted to go for a DLC DNA bomb with a DLC gun. I thought it was kind of appropriate. But in terms of the class, I believe that I was using stock quick draw and foregrip. you gotta understand that this is the legendary variant of the STG44, and it has an increased fire rate for a little bit less of damage, which, trust me, it's good because it makes it feel like a little bit more like an SMG, which I personally prefer. I'm an SMG player instead of an AR player. But on the other hand, it's also fairly annoying because the recoil is already fairly high on a normal weapon if you're not, you know, that experienced of a player. But, you know, the foregrip kind of helps out a lot. Plus, I decided to put on the quick throw and the stock so that the gun would literally feel like more or less like an SMG, so that I could rush spawns, so that I could, you know, go for those quick flank routes. I also have the basic perks such as low profile, blind eye, toughness, and of course scavengers. Otherwise, this wouldn't have been an STG44 DNA bomb. And last but not least, of course, I have, you know, overclock as a primary, as a exo ability, and then the UAV with the speed, threat detection, and time, and then the system hack with double time and disable X, which are basically standard. To be honest, I'm actually really happy. Like, seriously, because of the amount of times that I actually failed to get this DNA bomb. You gotta understand that this is actually not that bad of a weapon, by any means. It's on the level of like an AK-12. But the thing is that with the AK-12, I dropped DNA bombs one after the other. This gun, I don't know if it's because, I don't have enough experience with the gun, or it's because I was playing on maps that I don't really, you know that much, that I don't have that much experience with. But I've died so many times on a 25+, it's ridiculous, because of really dumb reasons. Like I was pushing spawns in compound, and then a guy, the enemy suddenly decides to spawn exactly behind me with a one-shot and demolish me with a TAC-19. I mean, why? I guess I'm just so happy. I decided to, you know, I will make the gameplay go as long as my commentary will. I hope you all enjoyed. I will definitely go for the blunderbuss DNA bomb. I've actually went on a 20+ with it on what is the name? Slideshow. That's the map, which is a fairly big map. So going on a 20+, it's not that easy, especially with that gun, which in my opinion is one of the most pointless guns, most gimmicky guns that Call of Duty has ever had, because the reload time is just absurd. It's like 5 seconds to reload the weapon. And the thing is, it's not even like always a one-shot kill. You gotta be extremely strategic when you play. But at least I'm having fun, which is the most important part. Hope y'all had a beautiful day. And yeah, bye bye.